Hello again and welcome to another GameplayHK video. Today we are back with a figurized Dragon Ball kit. The Dragon Ball Super BROLY movie comes out in February 2nd in Hong Kong. Has anyone seen it yet? This video is all about BROLY. I have bought both the new and old versions. I've been busy previously, so I never had the time to build the old one, so now we'll build both kits. This video is on the old kit and we'll hurry along and release the video on the new one. Hope everyone can stay tuned until that video comes out. In this kit, aside from the two faces, it also comes with punched expressions of Goku and Vegeta. The box shows this off on the side. Now on this box I don't see any effects parts for BROLY, so I think it doesn't come with any. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. With such a big body, the box is also bigger. So let's open it and see how many parts we have. First look and we can see the glowing yellow hair, but we can also see the painful faces of Goku and Vegeta attached to this sprue. His clothing also has some transparent parts. They're represented here with transparent blue pieces. Originally I was thinking they were gonna use stickers for this and I got a little worried. For stickers there are two red bits for tongues, and the gold ones should be used for the earrings. Looking at it, the skin tone seems quite pale. And we have some gold parts on the back. I wonder how much better they'll look after a gold spray. White pants. Hip cloth. And more skin body parts. There really are no effects parts in here, so the most exciting accessories are these two pieces. When fighting with Goku and Vegeta, their faces look really painful. On top of the instructions, they've also printed a scene of Goku being punched. Inside the instructions, it also shows you how to apply the faces. But if you really want to post them fighting, you should prepare at least two figure stands. None are included here, but with all the kits I've purchased previously, I should have some spare display stands. Turns out one of the tongue stickers are for Goku's face. Vegeta's teeth are close together though, so no stickers are required. So let's take a look at the parts. It really is a shame that there's no energy effects part here. As always, I will cut all the parts from the sprue because figurized standard parts are easy to recognize. So cut first and follow the instructions. I will then apply some of the paints. Now I know not all Dragon Ball fans are model kit builders, but they still bought these kits as they are fans of the series. Hope you guys can follow the simple steps that I will show you. Now because I'm a bit lazy and don't want to wash any paintbrushes, I'm using this Tamiya TS21 gold paint to spray the golden parts. You can find this spray can at many model kit stores. For his necklace, the entire piece is molded in gold, but the back should be a strap and should be brown. So I've prepared this marker pen. Usually I'll have some Gundam markers around, but this time I'm going to try some random brown marker pen. Bandai really could have separated this as two parts, with gold on the front and brown on the back. This piece is snapped right in the middle of the kit and can be very obvious. So I really recommend everyone paint it. As mentioned, there are stickers for the earrings, but I think painting it will look much better. Now you don't have to copy me and use this kind of pen, I'm just using what I have on hand. I remember I do have a golden marker pen somewhere around here, but I can't find it. I don't want to go out and buy another one, so I just grabbed this pen when I saw it in the studio. Aside from Gundam markers, regular markers also have gold coloring, so have a look at your local stationery store. I strongly recommend doing this instead of the stickers. That's the painting done. The brown looks okay, but the gold ball pen looks really bad, so yeah, stick with golden marker pens. After building so many figurized kits, the most fun part of the build is the Super Saiyan hair. BROLY's hair is split into 10 parts, as well as having a skin part for the neck joint. First plug in the neck, then add the hair. Then build each layer. Every time when building hair pieces, I want to remind everyone how pointy and sharp they can get, so try to avoid applying force to the tips. Next, you plug the 3 layers together. These kits are always great at separating the eye colors from the face, but Super BROLY doesn't have any pupils. With the tongue, I've decided to use the sticker and not paint it. When you combine the biggest hair pieces together, if you close your eyes, holding this reminds me of a durian fruit. The face goes here, put it on before placing the top part of the hair. So that means if you want to swap faces, you need to take the top part of the hair off every single time. BROLY's second expression is this smirk face looking very smug. Let's compare the gold pieces that we sprayed. The original plastic gold doesn't look bad at all, but the metal feel of the sprayed piece looks a lot better. The blue gem in the middle also gives it a nice contrast. All the individual parts are built now, so let's combine them together. So far with figurized standard kits, the biggest one is you, BROLY. Huh, so the muscles under the armpits can move. Looking at the back, it's very three-dimensional. The muscles behind the arm can also move to cover the joint slightly. Carrying on. So the biggest difference between the new and the old kit is this. The old one has a red hip cloth. The belt is gold and has a gem on it. So for articulation, the cloth separates and moves. Of course this wouldn't happen normally, but this is a model kit. This means that the white pants underneath show up really easily. The cloth reminds me of the Gundam mechs and their metal skirts. The gold belt is only for show on the front, and there isn't actually a belt inside the red cloth. It's also connected to the front piece, so when moving it, it also shows the white underneath. So this joint is interesting as it pops out like this. Not sure why. Yeah, this joint looks awkward. The red part pops out. So try to move it like this. So when we're putting the legs in, we do need to lift the cloth, and let's see how much the rope hinders articulation later. Last step and we're done. As you can see, I've painted the gold parts and the necklace, and it looks much better. Just building it will not have this effect, so please consider painting the kit. Let's try the articulation. Now his head can't really look up as the hair gets in the way. Wow, he can actually look quite far down. I suppose he is very tall, so he does need to look down to see his opponents. Moving left and right, his hair doesn't get in the way. Now the arms, let's try the elbow, and it's not that good. Only to an L shape, even with a double joint. Unfortunately, his big muscles get in the way. But the shoulders do have a surprise. Even with this ball shape here, you can lift it up quite far. As there's a part here that moves out the way. But you still can't lift it up too much, somewhere around a flat angle. Rotating the arm upwards as usual, and it's not much trouble. Moving the arms forward, as mentioned, the back piece here moves. The move area isn't too big, it doesn't feel as much as the other Goku kit, but with this extra muscle piece, the look of it is better than the other kits. Moving on to his hips. Oh, looking up is quite good, but of course it looks awkward from some angles. Moving down, he can look just a little bit, but not too much. The lower hip joint can only rotate, it cannot move up or down, so you have to leave those movements to the upper hip joint. The upper joint can also rotate. Moving on with the legs, to lift up the legs you need to lift the cloth. This goes quite far, knees down, it's a straight angle. On the front, the joint does have some cloth patterns, but with such thick pants, I think they tried their best with the articulation here. Feet can move a little up and down and rotate. Looking at the plastic joints, overall the seam lines seem to follow the muscle patterns, so they're not that noticeable. On top of the shoulders you can see these lines just a little bit. On the side it looks like a full piece, while on the back there is a seam line, but it's hard to spot. With the back of the torso, the seam lines are following the muscle shapes. The leg seams are on the side, much like pants in real life, but the seam lines on the lower legs are on the front. For the golden parts, the leg seams are on the side, which I think even shoes can have this. But with the gold parts on the arms, they look weird. The front has a line on it, but the other side has a line that goes under this blue gem, then it curves at the end. If you want to remove this seam line on the arm, it will be a bit difficult as you don't build the gold piece part. Instead you place both gold pieces directly onto the arm. If you really want to remove this seam line, it will take some time and effort. That's it for BROLY. This is the old version and we'll build the new one right away. Overall, this kit has some color issues with the parts, but it's still a high quality kit. It is a shame that there's no energy ball, so for now I'll use this yellow effects set to display him. Does this look alright to you? Last time I used this with Goku and it fits quite well, but with this one it's a bit cramped with BROLY. Oh, with the painful expressions for the two Saiyans, you can really get creative with some of their poses. So, do you guys prefer the old or the new BROLY design? Leave a comment below and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.